I got my Haven tent package that was a gift from my wife and my children for Father's Day. And I have been biting at the bit because I wasn't able to open this. I wasn't able to make this video or anything until my son came back from summer camp. And it's a long story. I didn't get to go to summer camp with my kids this year, but all my kids are safe at home. And I was able to go ahead and open it in front of all of them in my giddy way and just see everything that was packaged. Now, I am very blessed because, well, actually, let me take a step back. I am very blessed. Let me take a step back. I always do a tremendous amount of research before I decide to ante in, so to speak, on any particular product. And I watch tons of videos. I look up as many reviews as I possibly can. It is just, it can be kind of overwhelming at times, but doing it that way, I'm able to make a very clear decision because I absolutely hate buyer's remorse. So I try to figure out what I like and talk to people if I possibly can, and hence the interview with Derek. So hopefully that help you to make an educated decision for you and your purchases, etc. But I was so excited even before I met Derek about this product. Talking to Derek certainly just reinforced various thoughts, and he was able to answer some questions that I had lingering. And I haven't used this tent yet. I just got it in the box. I opened it up, pulled things out just to see what I got. And my wife and kids went all out for me, and they got just about every accessories that you possibly can to make this a complete package deal. And it was expensive. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like everything in here costs, I think, around $400. But you go on to Haven Tents, and it's I don't know. You can piecemeal things together if you already have different aspects of a hammock, then you might not need it. For example, the fly. If you don't want the fly and you already have a fly that you prefer to use, then that's something that you don't need, and you can go ahead and cut the price. It's highly suggested that you go ahead and go with their patented and proprietary mattress. You can get other mattresses that are just as wide, just as thick and everything. But for it to work and function very well, it is highly suggested that you get their proprietary mattress. As I pull these different pieces out, I will tell you why I opted to get these accessories. Again, may not need it, but I just wanted to be able to get it all, review it all for you, and that way it helps you guys make good choices. And I'm excited to set up something at camp and have a little jealousy come my way, and full honesty. Having my Scoutmasters and other campers come by like, wow, that's so cool. I'll be like, yeah, that's mine. So anyhow, without further ado, this is how it came packaged in a nice big box, all nicely ordered. As we open it up, I want to go through the accessories before I show you the overall item. Now, the first thing that was on top was these whoopee slings. You don't need to get whoopee slings. And if you're unfamiliar with whoopee slings, when I make the video about setting this up, I'll show you how they're used. But in times past, when I've tried to set up my hammock, the straps just tend to be a little too short. And these whoopee slings work like a finger trap. So they're very easy to manipulate, and it tightens down, and the weight itself actually prevents it from slipping. And it's just a very narrow, thin cord. So I got my whoopee slings just in case the trees are a little too spread apart, which is also going to help me because we're going to do that video in my backyard. Because like I always preach and tell you guys, always try things in your backyard first and see how it does so you can make any adjustments or whatever you need. Because you don't want things breaking down on you or you're trying to figure it out when you're actually in the woods in the middle of something. So we have our whoopee slings. I bought the Ridge Light. Now, this Ridge Light is really cool. I've watched so many videos on the Haven tents and everything. I decided to get this mainly because in the middle of the night, especially during cold weather and everything, I'm middle-aged at this point. I get up a couple of times to go to the bathroom. Trying to fiddle fart with trying to find your flashlight and everything is a pain in the butt. So I'm excited about this. It's going to hopefully help me process all of that stuff. I try to avoid using light right before I go to bed because of mosquitoes. And here in Ohio, we got mosquitoes. They'll carry you off. And especially me, for some reason, mosquitoes are just super attracted to me. So anything I can do to avoid mosquitoes makes my life a lot better. I opted to get the power pump. Now there's a lot of different like pumps that you can get for your air mattresses that are lightweight or small and compact and everything. I didn't know this about this particular pump, but this actually is a light by itself. So not only do I have the ridge light, but I have this as a light, kind of like a flashlight. So I'm pretty excited about that. Since we're here in Ohio, in the northern part of the United States, the mattress itself has an R value of 4 and a little bit better. Now, what's really cool about the Haven company is, first of all, Derek uses his stuff. Like, he is a lightweight backpacker and he is an adventurer. So when he started designing, and you got to watch the video of my interview with him, but when he starts designing his stuff, he designed it around his experiences and his needs. And I admire that about him as an individual, but what tops it off even better as a company, he's constantly innovating. So anything that was done from the very beginning, so if you watch any of those Haven Tent videos from 4 years ago, you know, right around 2020, you know, a lot of that stuff is actually completely outdated, because in those 4 years, they made a lot of changes over time. And this being the newest that they got, you know, eventually it'll get outdated as well, because Derek and his team is constantly innovating. But anyhow, going back to the air mattress is a little bit better than R4. Now, it's still rated as R4, but according to Derek, that they actually added more insulation and they changed the materials so it doesn't, you know, give that crunchy noise as much. And they even changed the surface of the pad. So I'm excited about that. But here in Ohio, we do go winter camping with my troop and everything. I like to go winter camping. So I opted to get the cover to go on top of the mattress that actually makes it about an R8. So, and whenever you go hammock camping, if you get a hammock, you have to get an underquilt. Well, in the Haven tent system, the mattress itself is the underquilt. And of course, you can just add things onto it to make it a little bit better. I decided to get the cover for it to increase the heat. It's summer right now, so I'm certainly not going to sleep on it as is right now because I need it to be cool. I'm a hot sleeper, but I opted for this because winter's coming. All right, lastly is the system itself. And there's a couple bits and pieces of paper in here I'll tell you about. But first of all, you have your mattress. This is the R4 mattress, and then you have the tent. Now, there are things that you can do to actually make the weight of all this package a little bit lighter. I've watched a lot of different videos. Some people use the carbon fiber spreader bars. They get the lighter weight carabiners, things like that, that you can cut down the weight if you're trying to, you know, do that. Every ounce counts, especially when you're going on your long hikes. But as is, it's about 7 pounds, and you can see the size of it. If you compare that to a regular backpack, you know, you may want to strap this on the bottom instead of sticking in the center or something like that. But this is all-inclusive system. So it's 7 pounds, just this, nothing else. This is an all-inclusive system. So you get your hammock, you get your mattress, you get your tarp. Okay, I opted for all that, and as we open up, we'll see if it also includes the stakes. I'm sure it does, and any of the tie downs and things that we may need. But when you compare 7 pounds to other hammock systems, when you bits and pieces, including the underquilt, you're pretty much sitting around 7 pounds anyways, right? So I don't feel guilty about getting this. Even Derek, when I interviewed him, he says this is not an ultralight system. And they are working on trying to refine the materials and everything to actually make it lighter weight. So it's going to come, right? It's just a matter of time. Derek's doing a great job about innovating and changing things as he goes, listening to the feedback of his customers. And there legitimately is a culture out there surrounding the Haven tent. Just like there's a Jeep culture, well, come to find out there's actually a Haven culture as well. And I'm really excited about entering into it. Now, one of the reasons why I decided to choose this system versus, you know, other hammocks like One Wind or a traditional setup is because I'm a side sleeper. And I've used hammocks before and I can sleep in it, but it's just not as comfortable for me. And one of the things that Derek says in all of his videos is that they're selling sleep, right? If you don't get a good night's sleep after a wonderful day of backpacking or scouting or whatever it is you're doing, bushwhacking, I don't know, bush crafting, it can be a downer, right? So being able to get that good night's sleep, that good night's rest, wake up rejuvenated, have that nice hot cup of coffee, get that breakfast going or something, it is a game changer, right? So I wanted something that was super comfortable. I wanted something that I could use to side sleep, and I wanted it to be a little bit adaptable. And the Haven tent allows that adaptability because not only are you just using it as a hammock, but you can also use it as a bivy tent. And before I got the hammock, I was thinking that's the route I was going to go for my lightweight backpacking needs, right? Now, if you use this as a bivy tent, you probably could get away without using the mattress to try to cut down weight, but you're not going to sleep as well. So Horst Kephart, Nesmic, and everybody else says we don't go in the woods to rough it, we go in the woods to smooth it, and there's lots of ways, especially with today's technology, to smooth it. And any of those old timers, like 7 pounds, shoot, for your tent and a sleeping bag, like 7 pounds is nothing. And as we know from my channel, it's historic campcraft. So these guys, those guys would probably be like, wow, this is sweet, you know, like, because they're carrying like canvas tents and super heavy duty rubberized mattresses if they were able to afford one. Another thing I really like about this tent is that you can use your sleeping bag, the one that you already have at home. If you are a camper, like you've been camping, or even if you're brand new and you just go to Walmart and get a basic sleeping bag, right? You don't have to really get all that involved in the top quilt and underquilt system. Just take your sleeping bag, just take your blankets that you have from home, use this, and you're good to go. It has the bug net, has the fly, and everything else. I could go on and on and on about why I decided to, you know, ask my family to invest in this for me. But I think the best thing to do is actually to show you this getting set up. All right, so last thing in here, we have a user guide, which is pretty basic, right? So it tells us how to set it up. It also has our shipping form. I also ordered a pillow. Now the pillow is not actually by Haven Tents. The pillow is by ZenBivy. If you go on Haven Tents, you can buy the ZenBivy pillow. And I tested it out last night at home on my bed, and it's pretty daggone comfortable. It's going to be a different experience being outdoors because, you know, we're talking about air mattresses and an air pillow. So we'll see how I review it afterwards. But I just wanted to try it at home and see how it worked. And ooh, you know, it just wouldn't be an outdoor product without a nice outdoor sticker. So we'll see. Maybe I'll put this on my truck next to my Honorable Outfitter sticker. Spread the word. All right, so what should we do first? Let's go ahead and unbox this pump, and then we'll unbox the light and some other things. We'll take a close-up look before we go outdoors. All right, now the first thing that we see here is the Haven pump, and it has all the different directions on here of how to inflate, how to deflate, and you can use it as a camping lantern, which is really cool, and it comes with all these different nozzles. So if you have another air mattress or something, which I do, that'll be pretty handy to have and to take when I'm not using the Haven tent. Oh no, I accidentally ripped it. I didn't mean to do that. Then you have your instructions, pretty straightforward. Take out the card insert. That is nicely packaged. It is really nice. Now here is the power pump, and as we can see, it's got a little clip on it. That's pretty cool. So we can hang it on the ridge line or something like that. And we can see the buttons here. So you have the fan. Puts it out. All right, so I guess I should have read the instructions, but you know. So all you have to do is just press it twice and it turns on. Press it again and it turns it off. And same thing with the light. That's a very, very bright light. All right, so that's cool. And then you have your charger. You can also use this as a battery bank, which ties in with this system here. You can also recharge your phone with it. So you can charge it up and use it as a battery bank. That's pretty sweet. I like that. And I like how it is a flashlight as well. I mean, that's pretty bright. Nice little lantern. Okay. And if we take a look at the nozzles, all nicely packaged here. You got a couple different sizes and varieties. All right, well, that's cool. Okay. Now once, of course, you figure out what nozzle you need for your system. Oh, all right, it comes with a charge cable as well. So you don't have to use your phone in case you don't have the C charger. And it's got a little bag. All right, that's cool. Okay, so we've got that. We're gonna need that to set it up. I'll probably charge this before we set the tent up. Now, let's take a look at this. Gotta get my pocket knife. Now this knife here was actually gifted to me by my assistant scoutmaster, which is really cool. Nice little Damascus blade. All right, now, from what I understand, seeing the videos and everything, you see how opaque this bag is, or translucent, opaque, I don't know. So this is designed so you can actually have the light shining through this, and it by itself can also be used as a lantern. And looking at other videos, this is like a really, really tough, durable, I don't know what you would call it if it's, I don't know, but it's, from my understanding, it's pretty durable. You've got your button here. Now, from my understanding, to use, all you actually have to do is an intuitive button. So all you have to do is just brush it or tap it, and it will go from dark to light. It's got your little mini carabiners, and you have these little zip tie type deals to put it over the ridge line and hang it up, space it out. That's cool. So that's what you're getting with the light. And now for the whoopee slings. Nice, it even gives you a little bit of instruction. So you connect the fixed eye to the tree straps, connect the adjustable loop to a carabiner on tent body, and pull tent to adjust suspension. All right, seems easy enough. So it comes with the 2 whoopee slings, and it comes with the carabiners. Ah, nice. See, it's got the little metal eyelets. This is the fixed eye that it's talking about. All right. Now, those are all the different accessories that I bought besides the pillow, because I was a little anxious about the pillow. And you may be wondering, well, why did I choose blue for the Haven tent? And it might not be that big of a deal to you. There's lots of different colors. I would have honestly preferred green or camo or something like that, because there's lots of different versions. However, I opted for the light blue because, well, remember how I told you mosquitoes are the bane of my existence? And anything I can do to try to keep those little buggers away, I am more than willing to do. Supposedly, especially after talking to Grim Granite, well, mosquitoes aren't drawn to light blue. From my research, from what I read, they're actually drawn to darker colors. So I opted for the light blue to try to keep my vicious, disgusting adversaries away. And I'll let you know how it goes, if it really makes any difference whatsoever, because then you may decide, you know what, it's not really worth the limited protection it's offering me. But anyhow, if you are interested in the Haven tents, there's a link down below so you can see their website and everything. It's an expensive investment, but I don't know, we'll see what I think of it. I've got high hopes. I've done a lot of research into it, and of course my bias is probably getting in, but man, I can't wait to set this up, and that's what next week's video is going to be. So if you are interested in seeing me set this up, my first impressions of it, then don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit like if you like the video, because it helps other people find it, and you'll be doing them a favor, right? Now, of course, I have to promote the Camp Crafters Guild because that's my community of outdoor lovers and camp crafters. Whether you like historical camp craft or modern stuff like this, it is an incredible community that's waiting for you to come around our campfire. You can check it out for 5 free days. So that's like, it's not even that big of a risk for you, right? You can try it out, see if you like it, poke around, find the resources, and if it's of value to you, then hang out with us. But again, it's www.honorableoutfitters.com/join the guild. We hope to see you on there. If you'd like to see my setup for what I do, take when I traditional camp, then check it out here. I'm going to have to start another playlist for modern camping, because why not? Right? But if you're interested in traditional camping and what I like to take with it, to give you an idea of maybe some other things that you want to make sure to take with you, because just because it's old doesn't mean that we can't learn from it. And there's a lot of great information in there. Check out this playlist here. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Give a kiss note to your loved ones, and I will see you guys hopefully next week. And if nothing else, hopefully see you on the guild, and we'll see how this thing gets set up. All right, take care.